in the last game of the wild card weekend where you had the 4 and 5 matchup, but it was an even matchup. It was supposed to be happening in La, but because of the raging fires that are still ongoing, it was moved to Glendale, Arizona. I was looking for a tight game. I was looking for a seesaw type game where, the offenses had success going up and down the field, and this was going to be a mid-20s to low 30s type of game. Man, the Rams blew the doors off of the Vikings and completely robbed Sam Darnold of a lot of money. Wouldn't you say?
Hey, man, like I said in the group, well, actually, like I said last Friday, I was expecting this outcome. I told you what the outcome was going to be. I said, hey, the Rams is looking at that Detroit Lions game, and you know what? They say, you know what? We're going to one-up Detroit. They won up. He thought he was under some pressure against Detroit. They came with everything but the kitchen sink, man. They sacked this dude 9 times. And it just looked like they were just completely out of sync, man. And if you really look at it, we still didn't see all of the Rams. The Rams' numbers wasn't that much. It was just that the defense, they was on Minnesota. And I don't know if it's Sam Darnold or if it's the offensive line. There's so many people that could be at fault. Plus, the coaching, they just weren't able to adjust to help him out, man. Nobody over there maybe to put another tight end in or something like that. But it was a sad state of affairs.
Yeah, you made mention of the 9 sacks, right? And I want to kind of target that just to close the book on the 2024 season for the Minnesota Vikings. They had a phenomenal year, 14-3, and was one game performance away from being the overall number 1 seed. And this could have gone a whole lot different when you're playing at home. But what the past 2 weeks it did was expose what I have been arguing against the entire year, was that Sam Darnold had made leaps and bounds, was that Sam Darnold was now making the transition to being a trustworthy veteran. What the past 2 weeks did was, one, it exposed the offensive line for the gap that they have late in the season. But in this game specifically, you said 9 times. Was it the offensive line being terrible? Was it the Rams defensive backfield being super good at covering and making sure JJ and Addison wasn't able to get open? Or was it Sam Darnold holding the daggone ball because he had become feet happy and pulled the trigger too soon or pulled the trigger too late and did not want to be the reason that the team was not having success, right? I believe the money that he lost proverbially here in the past couple of weeks as it pertains to negotiating his next contract is going to be significant, because it exposed that the old Sam Darnold is still right there behind that curtain. And if you rattle his cage, he will make an appearance. So I have been arguing for the entire year that Sam Darnold was the guy in 2025.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Bro,
I would say it's an open competition in the spring. Yeah. He's going to be a free agent. Whether or not, he goes out and gets a better deal, say with the Jets or another team, we'll see. But we'll see about whether or not Minnesota has a new quarterback next year. Man,
I would say this, man. It ain't just them from the last 2 weeks. We really been saying it. It's been going on longer than that. It's just that they was able to come out on the end and win games. But we didn't pinpointed times where Donald was struggling throughout the whole season. But again, you had that faith that Sam was going to be that guy that was going to take him to the promised land. And I tried to tell you, but you know what? You didn't believe fat meat was greasy.
Hey, as they say, when you're wrong, say you're wrong, you learn from it, and then you move on. When you know better, you should do better. I do know better now. Sam Darnold is a starting quarterback in the National Football League. He's definitely not in the top tier. You can't say that you trust him to take you to the promised land because he hasn't proven it.